My name is Julian Williams, and I take Expedite. Some days I walk into the gym, you don't really feel like working. Take a scoop or two of this, shake it up in some cold water, throw it back, you're ready to go. It's the best stuff I've ever had. Expedite.
You know, like I just worked out.
How tough are these Can you get tougher the closer to the fight? Or it's like the toughest right now?
No, you know, I've had a few that are tougher. You know, we used to do some a little bit more weighted. That was a lightweight, you know. We pushed these a few weeks ago, you know, but we're getting closer to the fight. So it's not about, we built strength already. He has the numbers, you know. He knows that I'm getting stronger, but I got to keep cutting weight. So he has to, that's why there's more mountain climbers mixed in with the circuit today, you know. It's just a little bit more cardio based. Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind that, in terms of how it'll apply to the fight?
Well, that's a conditioning circuit, right? Yeah. You know, and he took me from 250 meters on the first one to 300 to 350 on the last one. So I'm doing more, not less, as I'm getting more fatigue, right? So it's really just making you push yourself. And you know, the rower is a conditioning tool, the run is a conditioning tool, the mountain climbing is a conditioning tool, the walking with the weight is like an in-between thing, but it's no rest, right? You can't really rest. That bag's 75 pounds, you know?
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. It's 75 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like it's 75
pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Plus the...
And I got, the weight vest on.
Yeah, so it's like 100 pounds you're looking at.
I mean, it's a good circuit. You see me sweating, you know? But even now, I'll do a slow burn on a spin bike for a little bit longer, just to get more of my fat burning zone, make sure that I get a little bit more of a sweat going, and then I'll jump into the infrared sauna for about 10 minutes just to close out the night. And the infrared helps with inflammation at the same time. So, you know, you do 20 minutes, you're really trying to detox and lose weight inside, you know, you're pulling water out and everything like that. I'm not using the sauna for that right now. I'm using it for the health benefits, a little bit of pulling out toxins and a little bit of the weight loss, but really just being in there, warming up all of your muscles in the heat. When you step out, your whole body, the blood flow is circulating, which is gonna help when I go home and I go to sleep or I hop inside my chamber. It's just gonna help the recovery just that much more.
What's the biggest thing you've noticed from doing these workouts? Is it the power or is it something else?
Definitely the strength, because, you know, we were working with heavier weights when I first got into the camp with Yo. And it's just been a long time since I've done any form of weight training. And at all times, it's a strength and conditioning. At all times with my auntie, even if we're on the TRX and we're doing simple one-legged hops like this, you know, at the end of the day, some of it is cardio and some of it's strength building, because, you know, you're isolating that one leg, you know, you're building your quads up, you know, so that when I'm in the ring and I got full balance, you know, I mean, we're just strong. Lower body, upper body, we're going to be strong. Today was a lower body day. That's why you saw the bands. You saw me opening up like this, because today is a little bit more of a lower body. You saw me doing the hip raises and things like that. That's all lower body.
Right?
So we fly out to LA tomorrow, but normally Friday would be another upper body. I'm here at ASPI Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is a different thing we do here. It's not with Yo, it's with some other people he has here. I do stability and I do more of my own personal cardio. I just utilize the gym because I'm already driving out here, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Monday lower, Tuesday upper, Wednesday no Yo, back to lower today on Thursday, back to upper. So Yo is 4 days a week, Auntie's 6 days a week. You know, the gym is 6 days a week, you know.
So these are tour days, sometimes 3 days?
I mean, depending on how you want to count, you know. If I'm working with Auntie, you didn't see the morning workout today. It was killer, really killer, you know, because we did TRX, we did some things with the box, we did our own mountain climbers and different things, ball slams, then we did a core circuit, and then I was on the mitts with Dame. and then I busted out a little bit more shadow boxing, a few more crunches, because I just can't, you know. But it was, this morning was like from 11 to 2:30 nonstop, you know. I mean, it's hardcore, you know, and I just feel good, man. I'm finally back. Like I said, man, I didn't talk a lot when my time was off. It was really depressing. How am I going to keep saying I'm not fighting, I'm not fighting, I'm not fighting? That's boring information. Keith Thurman's back, we're fighting, and I gave you a good comeback fight. I'm thankful to the fans that came out to the Barclays. You don't know how overwhelming that was to just have a pretty much packed arena once again after 2 years of time off. It just showed me how much love I get in this sport. You know, a lot of times people, and you guys will come and reflect like some of the negative talk. You good, yo? I'll see you Monday. Yep. Thank you. You know, they reflect some of the negative talk. How do you feel about them saying this? How do you feel about them saying that? But ultimately, man, there's just more love, man, because I wouldn't be where I'm at in the sport of boxing if people didn't love boxing, right? So there's tons of love, and my comeback fight in New York, it showed me the love. We got this big, tremendous fight against Pacquiao, you know, I mean, you know, regardless of what people say, regardless of how people feel about, you know, if I'm respecting him, disrespecting him too much, you know, you don't do my job. You don't walk the path that I walk. You haven't dealt with the injuries that I dealt with. You haven't persevered the way that I persevered, you know? I straight up fought Danny Garcia with a bone spur in my elbow. That's like a pitcher going, you know, pitching up against a high-class team like the New York Yankees or something, knowing he still has injury or something in his shoulder torn, but he persevered through that, and after that game, he had to go have his surgery, but he won that game, you know?
You're not saying you beat him with one hand, are you?
Watch the fight, I beat him with two, right?
Yeah.
But the injury was present. It wasn't present.
Yeah.
It didn't happen in the fight. It didn't happen post-fight. It was already 8 weeks out in camp. I hit the heavy bag. I went to the doctor and I said, something don't feel right. He said, you have bone spurs. I said, I also have a check to pick up. Let's not talk about it. Let's get through this.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why people don't understand my boxing IQ. I beat Danny from simple technique. In and out. In and out. In and out. Right?
I think Manny is the same way. Like if you box him,
but Manny, when he comes in, he doesn't come in for just two punches.
He'll do the feint and then da 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 da.
Once when he gets his hands on you, he might want to continue the.
Yeah, he always goes ba 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 ba.
Yeah, you know, he goes from. He's looking for two, but once when he gets comfortable, the two becomes four, the four becomes six, and if you allow it, the six becomes eight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's Manny Pacquiao, right? But a fighter like Danny Garcia, he's fought fighters that had quicker hand speed. Amir Khan throws a 4-punch combination, but he can at least time one in between the 3 and 4, right? So you go back and watch my fight with Danny Garcia, I barely threw 3-punch combinations. I gave him 2 punches, I was back out. Why? Because it's 1, 2, 3 we're throwing together. It's 1, 2 away, you miss, now I come back in, 2 again. So there's my 4 punches, but it's not 4 in a row. It's 2 + 2 = 4, you know? I mean, that's another thing. They don't understand how well I strategize. Sean Porter, they thought they had it. They really don't understand how well I strategize. Manny Pacquiao doesn't understand how well I strategize. And I'm going to prove once again why Keith Thurman is at the top and forever belongs at the top of the welterweight division.
When you look at him, is this like the toughest type of fight to strategize for, or you look at him and be like, nah, it's pretty simple?
It's completely awkward, right?
It's awkward.
I can see some fundamental things, but I've never been in there. I never witnessed it, right? I know ways of nullifying what he does, right? I can take it completely away. I can let him not do what he's gonna want to do, and I enjoy doing that to many fighters because it's like they get bamboozled. You prepped all these weeks to do something, and all of a sudden I make a fight that's completely different than the fight that you expected, right? But I also, this time, I miss the sport of boxing, you know? I want to have a fight that the fans like just as much as I enjoy. I want everyone to enjoy this fight, you know?